Everyone, the Sports Spot is back with its third episode of India at Olympics, and we are going to discuss about how has India progressed over these years in the Olympics. So today with me is Utsav and Madhwan. Hi Madhwan, how are you?
I have a check for you.
So how are you?
Yeah, hi, Abhishek. All good. How are you?
So like as I told that we'll be discussing about India's progress. So we all know that we have won in hockey, like as we discussed in our last episode, we were dominant in hockey. But on the individual aspect, we have not done much. We have been on and off. And with a country like us, I guess we should have more medals, but we only have 17 individual medals, which is very less. So I guess there is a much more need of progress going ahead. And if we aren't thinking about the future, then and we are just focusing on how we can win it in the present, then I guess we are still lacking too much. So like Martin, what is your say on our progress over these years?
I think, like you said, India being the second most populated country in the world, and if you still look at the history of Olympics, we have like got less medals compared to like what we should have got. And I think there are many factors which are there for the reason of us not getting medals. And the major thing, what I feel is one, the lack of government interference with the sport. What I feel is, so I read an article yesterday where the Deepa Karmakar asked if physio could travel with her for the games in Europe, and as Sai authority said, no. How can this should not happen to any sports person in general? How can a Sai person say athletes physio should not enter, should not come into the Olympic scene? And one more thing, what I said is, Jyoti Chand had to like spend 36 hours of his flight in economic class, whereas the officials traveled in business class. How can officials not doing anything other than managing the player? It is player who should get the comfort rather than the player. So these kind of things is unacceptable. And
So
one more thing, what I want to tell is, in India is a country where they put academics in the front and sports in the back. So I would want in sports ministry and Indian government to come up with a plan like USA, where education comes hand in hand with the sports. So basically, what happens in India is after 12th, nobody knows what to do. They have two options of academics or sports, and and most of the people choose academics because there is a future in sports. Future in academics rather than sports. Whereas in US, you have a high school competition, and if you perform well in that, you can go further in sports. So I would want government to look at that aspect of sporting as well.
definitely, that is true. That yeah, prioritizing authorities in place of athlete is not something like one can understand. And like as I said, that we have only won 17 individual medals in Olympics, and that too only one gold medal, won by Abhinav Bindra. That is how India's Olympic story. So like, what do you have to say? Like, how has India progressed in the Olympics over these years?
Well, Abhishek, the progress word is like what to say? It's like the thing is like you cannot say like we have progressed as a nation in terms of Olympics because it's a very obviously it's a debatable aspect and majority of the debates would go against it. So I'd say like in 1952 winning our first bronze medal to Dada Saheb Jadhav, uh, like obviously would have brought a lot of optimism in the minds of Indian public. Like they would have gone about thinking that yeah, getting the first individual medal, and then we can go about building it. It's about building the foundation, and that's where what you say our government, like past governments, and major fraternities, like major. You cannot entirely blame the government, but the people who are running the sports as well. Like they didn't take the initiative. They didn't started building on that foundation that was laid by a humble person coming from the villages of Maharashtra. So you have to build the foundation. Post that, you think like after 44 years we get our another medal that is in the form of Leander Paes, who won the bronze medal in 1996 Olympics. So just the gap of 44 years, where were the people who had to be responsible and who had to be responsible for this state? So this was the dire state of India at the Olympics, winning a medal, getting a bronze medal, being happy about it. Obviously, we should be happy about our first individual medal, but post that, just build on it. Like you've got many Olympics in between. Where were we? Why were we not able to perform? So those are the reasons which like obviously creates a problem or a like hindrance in our minds that could we say that India actually progressed as a nation in Olympics. So basically, I wanted to portray that like it's difficult to say India progressed, but yes, India had their chances to progress because, as Martin said, it is the second most populated country, and there's no lack of talent in India, no lack of talent in India in any aspect. But these points have to be considered, and these points should have been considered at that time.
Definitely. And like as you
Abhishek, what are
Yeah,
your
like I
views
was
on
gonna
this?
say that as also talked about talent, like I guess India doesn't lack talent, and I mean, we are the only country that might be having the raw talent. Like from our rural areas to our urban areas, we have people who are talented in sports, and also what are we what we are lacking is an ecosystem of sports. Like we just play a sport for the sake of playing it, but we don't realize that what the sport can do for us and how we can get into it and achieve something. So at times, as you said, Madhvan, that our education and our sports, they don't go hand in hand. Like we are more focused on the academics rather than on sports. And after 12th is it we don't know what we have to choose because there are not much opportunities in sports. But I guess it is very much important to build an ecosystem that only focuses on sports, not only on academics, but a complete ecosystem of sporting. I would say talent, nurturing that talent, building sporting facilities in the country, because majorly we have like cricket is a major sport in our nation, so we have cricket stadiums majorly, but I guess there are other sports that need to be looked after. So yeah, what do you think, Martin, like about the nurturing part of our talent pool?
Sorry, Uh, I couldn't hear the question properly. What is it?
I was asking like what do you think about nurturing the talent?
Well, again, like I said, see, any Indian fan would want India to compete with the likes of US, China, Russia in the Olympics, like get the same amount of Olympic medals as them. But truth to be said, I don't think it is happening in some time now. Because what I actually want to do is like the government of India and the sports ministry to come up, set a proper plan and take some time, build a plan, have a mission, say Mission 2040, Mission 2044, nurture athletes like you said, um, start from the grassroots, do all the necessary things for India to grow. And like Utsav said, there's no lack of talent in India. India has huge talent in India. It's only upon how we nurture them, how how sports ministry and how government nurtures them, and how they take care of them. If they do that properly, I think India can compete with the likes of US and Russia in the Olympics.
So what's your take like on our talent pool and how we can nurture them like going ahead? Like because now we know that the time is gone, but in the coming years, how can we do that?
Well, actually, the thing that Marvin told that going for a mission of say 2040, 2044 Olympics. Actually, India has a mission of say 2028 Olympics where they are targeting 50 Olympic medals. So, and even 2024, like they are targeting 17 Olympic medals. Yes, obviously, it's like obviously if we don't have a target, we won't go about like fulfilling it and go about giving our best for the nation. It's not the athletes, like they obviously every athlete go there and like they want to win that medal, win any medal for the nation. It's not the athletes' problem. It's like the authorities, like who are behind them. They need to understand the importance of India and its athletes, because like we as a nation need to build upon it. And sports is not prioritized. You know that sports contribution towards India's GDP is like 0.1%, and even I guess it's less than 0.1%. So just think about like how India prioritizing the sports sector, uh, because it's high time. You have to know that now in the near future, majority of the what to say the schemes, the foundations would be based on health, and sports is one aspect that keeps us physically fit, goes about like taking care of our health and life-being, and keeping us fit and healthy for our future prosperous lives. So as like I tell you, like I read an article yesterday, and it was about like how our athletes are suffering as a whole, because like they're not able to like get the participation. You saw the COVID peak that came, and because of that they're not able to participate in the international competition because they have to be competing right now so that they could be ready for Tokyo Olympics. So it is difficult for them to what to say get out of the country, where this is where the role of authorities come in, because like Neeraj Chopra 3 weeks ago, he's like I'm not able to get international what you say competition, and I'm not able to assess myself like whether I could compete with those elite athletes.
He
So it's like
he
that,
was
like
confused about his training, like how will I train, and I can't train in India. I have to go to
absolutely.
that is one aspect that
And today he got his visa. Like today or
yeah,
yesterday,
yeah,
he got his visa, French visa.
yes,
Now he'll be
yes.
going to France to compete in an international competition. It should be done 3 weeks earlier. Like whenever the person says, we know that this guy is a potential for our for claiming a gold or silver at the Olympics. So he should have been sent at that time. Then why is that person coming on the screen and telling the news media agency that I need international participation? Every authority should know that yes, this guy needs it, and he should have gone there, and he should not be talking here and wasting his time for the past 3 weeks. Now he's like got it after 3 weeks. Now the other athletes are also working. You see, European nations have almost opened, and US have already opened, and China, you know that they didn't even get like 1 lakh cases overall. So just think about it, where they would be and where our Indian athletes would be. They're already suffering from depression. Most of them got COVID at that time. So just think about it. How will they cope at the Olympics? And now we are expecting that we'll get 17 medals, we'll get 40 medals. How? Just think about it. How? It's like that condition. Yeah.
It's definitely it is tough because we like we are into COVID situation, and also like you said, the communication is such that our players have to like communicate with the media first that they are not getting a visa, and then the authorities step up. So there is a lot of like I would say a communication gap between the athletes and the authorities that needs to be looked after. But like personally, I also think that we should set up a like an integrated school of sports, like where it will be a school of completely sporting activities, and age group of like I would say 10 to 15 years, like from that age group we can start selecting them, and we can also connect them like not only aspect of how sport can be played, but what is the technological aspect behind that sport, so that they can know about their performance and how they can improve their performance, as we said. And like there can be any rule applied to it, like 80-20 rule or 70-30 rule, that 80% should be time given to their training and fitness programs, and 20% to their academics, so that the academics are also balanced. So yeah, I guess this
I
can
think that's a
be
brilliant.
something.
That's actually a brilliant idea, and we are so late in implementing it actually. But that's a brilliant idea to all that.
Yeah, exactly. Like Australia is an example. Like they have a 50-50 rule, that 50% academics and 50% towards sports, and also that our schools don't have a sporting infrastructure. Like, I mean, I don't understand that if you want to allocate some time to sports, then why aren't you having a sporting infrastructure in your school itself? Like, why do you have to think 10 times that okay, I'll take my kids to this ground and just give them a football and ask them, okay, you play football. Like that is how, if we are thinking that okay, that is how the game can be played, then I mean we are way behind them. Like we cannot ask the kids to just okay, we are giving you the ball, play the way you want to play. There needs to be a training, then there needs to be a coaching that needs to be given to them so that we can have some future stars. Yeah, Madhu.
Do you think parents also play an important role in this? Because after all, what they would want is their son to become, to have a proper job and not becoming a sports person because of the risk.
Yeah, also, yeah, you can
Yeah,
put your point.
I'd, yeah, I'd like to answer this. Actually, I had this in my mind. Madhavan, the point you said, parents. Actually, the thing is like that is what I was thinking. You just think about it. See our players from the past, and majority of the people have come from small villages, small areas, and they've gone about making our country proud. Why is like why is the sporting fraternity not producing things like as in like people from urban areas also can come up and they can also perform. It's like majority of our athletes have been from rural areas and they have been able to perform. They have been working hard. They've been following the routines. And as far as parents come, that is the reason. Like you told earlier, na, that majority of them go for academics post 12th class and like they don't go for sports. This is the reason, like it's the lack of knowledge amongst the parents and a lack of what you say uh, career future careers for these for their students, because they have got an alternative. They can provide education to the people and like to this children, and they can go about fulfilling their education and like go about doing like some or the other things in like engineering or like as an become a doctor. So this is the awareness that one has to create so as to like get the parents educated first, then their children. So I think
Also
that is
like
what.
to put a point, like in India, I mean, from my perspective, cricket is the only sport that parents think of actually. That I mean, to be honest, if I wanted to go in cricket, then I would my parents would think कि हाँ चलो क्रिकेट खेलेगा तो मेरे बच्चे को ज़्यादा गेम्स खेलने मिलेंगे, rather than comparing to any sport, any other sport. To be honest, we all know that Indian team plays
पैसा भी ज्यादा
around
मिलेगा.
60 to 70 games in a year, and like
हाँ.
other sport they get 60 to 70 games those many games in around 4 years, in a total of 4 years. So there is a huge difference in that too. Like the other sports have to depend on domestic competitions, or they have to wait for international competitions for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and in between if they get injured then their journey is again stopped. So that is also one perspective that parents might be thinking, I guess, that how many games will my child play? Will he be earning much? So that is also a point that comes
Yeah.
into like perspective. Also, like talking about like what we all think should be the improvement or current plans, like how we can go about it in the future for the future, I would say. Madhavan?
I think it got cut again.
Yeah, I was asking like what do you think should be the future plans? Like how can we like think about the future so that there are improvements?
I think like the first and the foremost, you should like nurture your athletes properly. Like give them give them what they need. Like it shouldn't happen. Like it shouldn't have happen. The case of Duty Chand and Deepa Karmakar shouldn't happen again. And like you said, the mentality of Indians also should change as a whole. Like tell them even sports will give you a proper career opportunity in the future, and it's not only the academics that is needed.
So what do you think? Like
basically, I agree with all the points like that Marwan has portrayed and like put forward. And one thing I'd like to add, like you told about like the domestic competitions and all. I think like you see the European nations, they have got you say like majority of them like they come together and play. Like in terms of participation, they have no like lack of it. And whereas like our nations like South Asian countries, they should leave politics out of it and like as in like we are not able to have India Pakistan
Come
matches
together and play.
like
Yeah,
cricket
come
matches.
together and
And
play. Yes, yes.
even hockey matches, man, they were so like we were so proud of like when we used to have India Pakistan hockey matches and they were like very fearless. So we need to create that aura again, and like we need to compile like these South Asian countries have to come together and bring like to more competition for the public and for the country as a whole. So that yes.
Let's hope that all the things are considered and the Indian government and the sports ministry can do better for Indian sports in the future. So to like coming to the end part of it, like let's hope everything gets better and India does well at the Tokyo Olympics. And thanks for joining me, Marwan and Utsav. And I hope people like this video too. And
Welcome.
keep, uh, please like, share, and comment, and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Thank you.